under pressure. Phoenix here with the top 10 players under the most pressure heading into this upcoming season. I've made top 10, chucked a couple of honorable mentions. As always, at the end of the video, let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with, if anything. Let's get straight into it. So, look at this, so cool, my slideshow. Let me make myself a little bit bigger. So, honorable mention. I got a couple of honorable mentions before we begin. Yes, I want to address Salah. Of course, yeah, he's coming off an incredible season. I'm not taking anything away from him. Fantastic season. But, he is under pressure. Because wearing that shirt, he's never delivered what Egypt have been craving for a very long time now. And if this is the greatest African player of all time, AFCON is coming up, then maybe followed by a World Cup. And then I'm gonna be, he also said he still wants the Ballon d'Or. He didn't win it or he's not gonna win it for last season. They're going, Liverpool pulling out all the stops. Florian Wirtz. There are no excuses. You're not playing with Darwin Núñez, hopefully next season, I assume. You're not playing, definitely not playing with Luis Diaz. You're going to have you're going to have Wirtz, potentially even Isaac. I mean, there are no excuses. Attention. You know, I love Salah, but he is under pressure, but he doesn't make the top 10. Another honorable mention. Who is it? Spoiler. Who is it? Phoenix. Oh. We didn't win anything, you know? We didn't win anything last season. Not because of him. He turned up in big games, but he started the season very, very slow. And there's no doubt it was not the same Lautaro Martinez as from the previous season. World Cup coming up as well. There's questions about who will start for Argentina. So, he has to have a very good season. Inter, we have to win a trophy. We cannot go 2 seasons without a trophy. New manager, our captain, has to lead us. He's already called out the entire squad in the summer after the Club World Cup exit, as he should have done. If you don't want to play for Inter, you know where the door is. Well, Lauti, if you're going to speak like that, you have to lead by example. Lead us into glory. El Capitan. Let's get into the top 10. Number 10. Yeah. Listen. Bundesliga is it's only it can only be so much. That's the very least. He's won his first trophy of his career. You know how much I love Harry Kane. You know I've always said that trophies will not define him. But if you're gonna go to Bayern Munich, and he knows more than anybody, if you want to be compared alongside Lewandowski, alongside Gerd Müller, you know exactly which one you're going to bring. And also, of course, all the pressure will be on him in what may not be his final World Cup, but his final World Cup at peak condition for England in the summer. All eyes on Harry Kane, because the rumor is for most Bayern fans is he does not turn up in the big games. Well, I don't necessarily agree, but no doubt about it, he is under pressure heading into the season. So he's number 10. Number 9. Koopmeiners. Listen. No, let me explain. 60 million they spent on him. Juventus, they haven't got any money left to spend this year, bless them. These guys are, they're getting players on a free like Jonathan David, all because they spent all their money on what was supposed to be their Barella, their, best midfielder. Well, that didn't go according to plan last season. And he's under pressure because if he doesn't deliver this season, he may not even be in the Netherlands squad come World Cup time. That's how crazy he's fallen off. So, Koopmeiners, pressure's on you, buddy. Number 8. will remain in Italy. Yeah. Wipe that smile off your face. Go beat people like me on Twitter again. He cares more about what people say about him than what he's actually doing on the pitch. That was a disastrous season last season. Number 10 on his back for a club like Milan. And you play like you did last season. Acting like you don't even care. No work rate, no pressure, no nothing. No. All the pressure will be on you this season. 1 game a week. We won't even see you in the Champions League. 1 game a week. Under Allegri, with Milan, you're the focal point. They've sold Rangers. They've sold Theo Hernandez. All eyes on you, buddy. And come World Cup time. Well, you've never really delivered in that Portugal shirt, have you? So, Rafa is under pressure. Number 7. We move away from Italy. Philip Walter Foden. Everybody knows the disastrous season he had last season. Manchester City have reinforced in the summer. But don't forget, he is the former PFA Player of the Year. But they've now got Cherki. They've got Rangers. He's got big competition now. So, De Bruyne is gone. I do believe he'll bounce back. But Philip Walter Foden, you are and you will be under pressure. Not to mention, his spot in that England team is far from guaranteed. He's going, in my opinion, head-to-head with Cole Palmer. I don't see a way where both of them start for England. So, he's going to have to turn up this season. All eyes on you. Number 6. Marcus Rashford. Listen. Chapeau to his agent. Remarkable stuff. To get him a move to Barcelona. Fantastic. But now, Rashford, there are no excuses. I was one of those, I still believe you were unjustly kicked out of Manchester United. Ruben Amorim, if I speak, I'm in big trouble. But. You're now at Barcelona. You're showing us glimpses at Aston Villa before the injury. You have moments. There are no more excuses left. Marcus, I hope you know what this means if you don't deliver for Barcelona. You don't turn up for Barcelona. Next club ain't Aston Villa. It ain't Manchester United. You're looking at best case scenario. Crystal Palace. You're looking at Brentford. That's what I'm looking at. Potentially, like I said, best case scenario. So, this is it. If you don't succeed at Barcelona, with all due respect, which club will you succeed in? Playing alongside Pedri, Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski, Rafinha, Dani Olmo, De Jong. Playing for a team managed by Hansi Flick, who his teams average 100 goals a season. I mean, this is it. You have to turn up now. You simply have to. Top 5. Number 5. Another Manchester United player. Akne Rasmus Højlund. I like him. That's why I've got to put him in here. Because I do think, contrary to popular belief, there is still a player there. But there's no doubt about it. Again, he is fighting for his career. If he doesn't succeed this year, and there's still question marks whether he will even be playing for Manchester United, because Manchester United are still looking for a number 9. But one thing's for certain, wherever he ends up, his place as a starting player for Denmark in the upcoming World Cup is also at massive risk. So he cannot have another season like he had last season. That is for definite, especially if he's going to stay at Manchester United and play alongside players now like Bruno Fernandes, Mateus Cunha, Brian Mbeumo. I have been a big believer that the main reason he hasn't succeeded yet is because of the wingers, is because of players like Garnacho, because of players like Rashford to some degree, Anthony, you know the rest. I do believe that's the reason. So I've always said that. Now there are no more excuses. If you say Manchester United, you have to deliver with players that are going to be looking to find you more than maybe the others did. Because we all know Garnacho has one brain cell, but Mateus Cunha is a very smart footballer. So we'll see, Akne. All eyes on you. Heading into the top 4. Number 4. Viktor. It's all well and good averaging a goal a game in Portugal. Now you're joining a team that is desperately craving a trophy. And you are joining the best league in the world. He'll be, of course, leading the front line with Sweden alongside Isaac in the upcoming World Cup, where for many people, Sweden will be considered as dark horses. But playing for Arsenal, playing with players like Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard, Ethan Nwaneri, the wonder kid himself, the phenom Max Doman. Viktor has to get goals. He has to get 20 at least. He has to get 20 in the Premier League, 25 in all competitions. Those are the numbers that we're expecting. Everybody's expecting, not just Arsenal fans. So we'll be watching you very, very closely. Into the top 3. Here we go. Who's it going to be, Phoenix? Yes, 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 yes. Cry. Yes, yes, he's there. He's under the most pressure. Top 3. Yes, easily, easily. Cry, Pandu fans. Cry. Of course he's in the top 3. How can he not be in the top 3? He's never won anything in Saudi. They're paying him millions a week. A week. A week. He hasn't won a trophy. A week. Al Nassr are bringing everybody in. Al Hilal. They're Benzema won a title. Well, Al Ittihad before Ronaldo won with Al Nassr. There are no excuses. They're doing everything possible to give him the Saudi title. He has to deliver. Obviously he's chasing the 1,000 goals under big pressure. But of course, more importantly, in that shirt, it is the final World Cup now that we know for definite. Maybe it should have been the last one. You'll be leading the line for Portugal in your final World Cup. Yes. Not even the most delusional Pando fans can deny he's in the top 3 under most pressure heading into the season. I don't care that he's 40, 41. I don't care. If you're still playing, you're going to be judged accordingly. And you could make an argument he could even be higher. But for my top 2, number 2, Mbappé had a fantastic individual season, won the Golden Boot, but we know most Real Madrid fans hold him responsible for why Real Madrid didn't win anything. I think they're incorrect, but there's no denying him leaving PSG winning the Champions League one, and almost everything else. The year after he's left, all eyes are on Mbappé. He's supposed to by now have won at least 1 Ballon d'Or. Now you got Lamine Yamal, who in my opinion is the best player in the world, ahead of Mbappé for sure. So it's all eyes on him. He has to win trophies with that shirt. It's the minimum responsibility. And then, of course, come World Cup time, Mbappé has always delivered in a French shirt, and he is chasing that all-time World Cup top goal scorer record, which I don't think he'll get in the next one, but of course, it is something which is and will be on his mind. Kylian, I like you. I will defend you. I've defended you in front of Real Madrid fans, but there is no denying 2 years without a trophy for Real Madrid. That we cannot defend. That will be impossible to defend. And of course, number one, I think some of you may know who it is. The most player under the most pressure heading into the season is Vinícius Júnior. I'll say it simply put. You don't deliver this year, you're off to Saudi. It's as simple as that. The most overrated footballer of all time will be playing in the Saudi League next season, is my definitive prediction. It's not going to be a matter of if he doesn't deliver. It's when he doesn't deliver. There's been a few Vinícius fans who are defending him, claiming it was a one-off season and everybody's allowed a one-off season. Wrong. Because in the same season that you're claiming he deserved to win the Ballon d'Or, he didn't even turn up really in La Liga. So, I'm there, I know, because I watch all the games. You cannot fool me. You're there, sure, turning up in Champions League matches, scoring a goal in the final, even though, again, wasn't doing much. It is all good, no problem. Heading into this season, Vinícius, I'll be watching, as always. That's just Real Madrid. Under more pressure will become July in the United States of America. Because, let me tell you something, the Seleção is not looking like Neymar will be able to be there. We'll see what happens. If he is, he's not going to be in the condition that he's been in previous World Cups. That's for definite. So, to some degree, yeah, you're supposed to now be the main man for the Seleção. A Seleção team that hasn't won a World Cup since 2002. An individual who hasn't done anything, because that's the difference. Sure, you could claim Neymar in his prime hasn't won a World Cup with Brazil. All well and good. But he delivered. He delivered on an individual basis. This individual hasn't. Oh, no. Under Ancelotti as well. There are no excuses. I'll be watching. We'll all be watching, Vinny. And let me know anything that I've got wrong. I believe I've got the list spot on in the complete perfect order. But as always, I'm willing to listen. If I've got anything wrong, let me know which player I may have left out, or what is your order for the top 10 if you disagree with the order that I made. Let me know, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Phoenix out.